Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Flag Down. Now, I have figured out why the audio in the previous videos was bad, and I've adjusted for that. So this one will have better audio, as you can already hear. So let's just get into the actual video. This is what is known as the Fort Sumter flag. This flag was used prior to the American Civil War. It's a variation of the U.S. flag, which at that time, the standard one is the way the current U.S. flag is, where it's just stripes, just lines of stars. There's two flags at this time that look like this. There's another one that has stars in here as on both sides, and meaning 4 stars are missing from here. But this particular one is the Fort Sumter flag. This was flying. It's called Fort Sumter flag because it was the flag that was flying in Fort Sumter when the Confederate Army attacked and started the American Civil War, which is also known as the War of Northern Aggression and the War of Confederacy, the Confederate War. I think I've heard it called that once or twice. Or the Confederate War of Independence / failed War of Independence. Anyway, enough to have it on them. The next flag in this collection, I'm going to make a little adjustment here so you can see the top of this. Of course, it's another U.S. flag, but this is an alternative flag for when Kansas becomes a state in July 4th, 1861. So there's another one because West Virginia becomes a state, but I don't have that, so we're going to have to get down to the south. Okay, so this is the Confederate States of America flag. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 stars. The first version of this had 5 stars. I don't have that one, obviously, or I would have shown it to you. Then they get 7, then they update it for when you have 9 stars, and then basically they get up to 13. But they always keep the 3 stripes. Okay. Now, Confederate President Jefferson Davis and his cabinet, they go into the building, and there's all these different flags that are hanging off the walls, and they're supposed to pick their country flag. This is what they chose. Every other flag behind this one, or under it, actually, was one of those flags that was suggested as the national flag of the Confederate States of America. They all got used for a different reason, though. So this is the Stars and Bars. Same idea of red, white, blue, red, white, red. Ignored that. Right? This is the all the states. This is intended to be a cradle. So that this would be where the baby sleeps, the legs, and the handle. The reason a cradle is because this is a young country. This was supposed to represent the birth of a new nation, right? But this flag winds up being used as the headquarters for the Army of Northern Virginia, which was headed by, at one point, Robert Edward Lee. Another Robert E. Lee flag is this. Now, the issue with this is the battle flag of the Army of Northern Virginia. Battle flags are never rectangular. They're squares. This flag should really only be that. It should be this size. That's how long it really should be with the X in the middle. But because people don't pay attention to actual regulations on flags and whatnot, they've made it the same size as a national flag. which would be called a standard. There's also a variation of this with light blue, this star over here, and it becomes the naval jack of the Confederate States of America. Okay. Moving on. Oh, that one's also known as the rebel flag, by the way. This was another variation, because if you noticed, it's still the same concept, but instead of an X, like the St. Andrew's cross that you see in the flag of Scotland or Nova Scotia, you have a St. George's cross, like the flag of England, and the same concept of the stars. This is the battle flag. This is the flag for the army of the battle flag for Tennessee. This is the Tennessee Army flag. So it has the same problem that it's supposed to be squared, not rectangular. But that winds up being the end of my Civil War era flag collection. So if you like it, press like. Comment on any of the flags if you feel like it. Subscribe if you haven't. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please do at Azrael Enterprise. Same thing if you want to support the channel on Patreon. Okay, just $1 a month sort of thing right now. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.